All right. How are we all doing? Just got to wait for people to come in. Hi, Natalie. Welcome in. How you doing? Hope you had a good weekend. So we're at episode number 78 now, I believe. Yep, episode number 78. Been a bit of a bad few days, really. I've just been reading that the A1 Solutions situation hasn't got any better. He's publicly sending death threats out now, and along with everything else that he's doing. Obviously, as we know, Diogo Jota passed away in a car accident. Hey, Renee. And a YouTuber's just passed away from a car accident. It was confirmed on Crow of Judas Live. First of all, they said he was recovering, and then, had a heart attack and passed away. So, there's a lot of stuff all happening at the moment. Oh, Renee, hope you had a nice time away. Welcome back. If you notice now in the chat, I have got the chat thing now. The progression. So the more you chat, the more you stay at number one and everything else. So I don't know how I got it, but I did notice it was there the other day prior to this because I was trying to sort out my stream to see if it would work with OBS and everything else, because I finally figured out how to do the stream for Xbox. I had a bit of a problem there, so I deleted it. But while I was there, I actually saw that I now got the interactive chat thing. So maybe you'll find that some of you as well, Renee, Natalie, anybody else who does live streaming, may well have this chat in their chat next as well. I can't quite remember what it's for. I think it's community. I honestly can't remember. Community thingy. I can't remember what they call it now. Community leaderboard. That's it. I've now got the community leaderboard for my live chat. Thanks, yes, it was a great vacation with only sunny days while I was there. Today the weather there already went to bad with rain and wind. Well, that's not too bad if you've had a majority of sunshine for the duration of your time away. I mean, a little bit of rain, a bit of wind, don't really spoil it unless it was continually doing that while you were where you were. But luckily enough, you got the sunshine and the good weather, so Yeah. I mean, it's like going to Benidorm or parts of Spain. You get the majority of good weather for about 10 months of the year, and you get 2 months of rain. And you can't really complain about that. And over those 10 months, you're likely to see it rain probably about once every month or once every 3, 4 months, something like that. So, yeah, when you're away, you know, and you got brilliant sunshine and everything else, you can't really complain that there's a little bit of rain and wind. So, what did everyone do over the weekend? Saturday, I went for a walk. I went down and called into the Weatherspoons. I went round to my mum's and dropped some bottles of water off round there. Then I walked home and I was in for the rest of the night after that. Sunday, I went to meet my dad for a drink. We went back to the house. We had Prosecco, wine, and roast chicken with salad, coleslaw, and baby new potatoes. And it was very nice. So that was the duration of my weekend. I went to bed early last night, got up early for a bit, went on the computer, did some editing, then went back to bed for a couple hours. And then I just went shopping today with them. I went for another drink again this afternoon. And now I'm home. I just had my dinner. I had lamb shank and peas and Yorkshires and mint gravy as well. So I'm all set. All I've got to do is go and get a bottle of white wine out the fridge later on, and I can relax for the rest of the evening after the stream. So there you go. There's a breakdown of my weekend. Let me know how yours went. Be interesting to see what you got up to. Oh, by the way, I don't know if any of you are into westerns and things like that. I watched a good film the other night. Never seen it before, and it turned up on the Sky Cinema, and I thought, oh, I'll have a look at that. And it was really good. It was done, directed, starred, and written by Kevin Costner, and it was called Horizon: An American Saga Part 1. So there's going to be a few more parts, maybe a trilogy. Don't know too much about it yet. Nearly 3 hours, but if you haven't seen it, very, very good film. It's not your typical um, go around shooting everybody and gang warfare and stuff like that. It's your cowboys and Indians thing, but it's a completely different style. I mean, in some parts, it looks like the old westerns with John Wayne and all them, with the uniform and the backdrops that look like the olden day backdrops, mixed in with the modern style of the film as well. Really, really enjoyable. I recommend that if you like your sort of Wild West type thing. This was sort of centered around the Civil War. So yeah, check it out if you haven't seen it. It's really good. I watched a little bit of William Tell the other day as well, but I just couldn't get into that. I think I picked the wrong night to try and watch it, and I ended up giving up on it. So I'll have to go back and see what the rest of that is like when I get a chance. But yeah, don't forget to check out Horizon American Saga Part 1. I recommend it. I sat through it, really enjoyed it. It was 14 days in a row with sunny weather. Well, that's good. What was the temperature, Renee? What temperature was it when the sun was out? So it was more than enough staying for longer than that since weather went colder. Hee hee. And on top, I really wanted to go home yesterday with full cry. Hello, Jay. Welcome in. How you doing, my friend? I've been platinum hunting, currently working on Sniper Elite 4 Platinum. Oh yeah, congratulations Natalie for getting the Last of Us Part 2 done. Bet that was a bit of a grind, wasn't it? With the overall length of the game and all the other stuff you got to do, yeah. 35 degrees. Oh, that's lovely. I went to... Where did I go? I went to Lanzarote a few years ago with my girlfriend at the time. And on the beach, I couldn't hack it. I didn't like laying down on the sand. Nothing. It was volcanic sand. Black sand, I think it was. And it was 28. But when you're lying down on the beach and it's just the direct sun beaming down on you, I couldn't take it. I don't mind going walking and walking around while the weather's like that, but stopping, laying down on the beach and relaxing and trying to sunbathe, I just can't do it. I can't do it. I don't not like the heat. I can handle it, but staying under the heat directly for a period of time, I can't do it. It don't stop me going away to places though. I just can't lay on the beach and try and soak up the sun like some people do because it's just too much for me and I find it uncomfortable. I have to get up and walk around in it, find some shade and stuff. How did your weekend go, Jay? Let me know in the chat. I was going to ring you, but I thought, no, I'll wait till a little bit later because I thought you might be busy or something. I've been melting in the heat and there is going to be another heat. Yeah, apparently there's going to be another one next week. I don't know what day, but yeah, apparently next week we're getting another heat wave. So you could probably guarantee that the beach is going to be absolutely ram-packed. People are going to be out all day. You know, the pubs will be open. Everybody will be sitting in the sunshine having a drink. And it's going to be an absolute nightmare. Because the sun, the alcohol, pubs being open, tons of people being around. I can't see that there won't be any trouble. The thing is, when it gets really, really hot, you open your windows, you open the doors. I mean, I've got a cage on my door down there. So I can leave the cage on and have the door open. I can get the windows in the toilet and the bathroom open. Get everything opened up. The problem is you don't feel the breeze coming in. It's just like the massive heat. That's all you get, just a massive heat. There's no breeze and you're sitting in here sweltering and the sweat's running off you. You go and wash your face and 5 seconds later, the sweat's pouring off you again. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing at all. I had last week had a funeral to go to. One of our friends from my previous workplace passed away. He had cancer and was receiving treatment, and he went back to the hospital to get an assessment, and the doctor told him, unfortunately, they couldn't do any more. His body's not reacting to the treatment. They diagnosed him as terminal, and he passed away last week. So, and then I've got another funeral this Thursday. Obviously, unfortunately, my dad won't be around for it. He's going to Newmarket, so me and Mum are going on his behalf. But it's one of his ex-employer from his previous workplace, who's now passed away. He's been gone a few years now. It was his wife. So the other two that we know that used to work for the same company are flying back today. So we'll see them Thursday. And Thursday, and I think they fly back on Friday or Saturday. So it's their mum that have passed. So hopefully there'll be, a big turnout. We're not going back for the wake though. It's right out in the sticks, and if you're taking the car once you've been from the funeral, and you have a few drinks, it's a bit of a risk driving down a country lane on your way back. To be able to think about, trying to get home again. So we're going to go into the high street, and then we're both going to go home after that. But we would have gone, but there's no other way of getting there when the funeral takes place. So yeah, we're not going. So hopefully that will be the end of some of that sadness and the things for a little while. A lot of foreigners have said they can't handle the British heatwave. Do you know, a lot of the Brits say they can't handle it as well. I mean, without being racist, right, and I'm pointing out a fact here, if anyone can tell me that I'm wrong, tell me that I'm wrong. But I've been out countless times when the weather's been really hot for a walk. And I've seen the majority of foreigners, and I'm talking black people, African, Indian and things, they're all out in abundance, right? Hundreds of them, as well as everybody else that lives in the area when the weather gets really, really hot. Now, when the weather drops and it gets colder and it gets wetter and it starts really raining and stuff, when do you ever see any people like that just going out because they don't want to sit indoors? They all disappear. They only come out when the weather's hot. And I've noticed that's the thing that's happened a lot lately. As soon as it rains or gets bad or anything like that, you don't see anybody. You see a lot of other people who get used to the weather that go out for a walk and say, oh, I've got to go out anyway, so I'm going out no matter what. Rain, sleet, snow, hail, whatever. Because we need shopping and stuff like that. We're going out, or I'm going out, I'll see you later. You don't see one black person of any sort when the weather's bad. That's not me being racist, but that's me pointing out a fact. Unless it's only where I live. But if anyone can tell me I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Been on my phone the whole vacation for that matter. Okay. Watch out, the mannequin is watching. Yeah. I do like having that there though, I've got to admit. Michael Myers is a great character. And if you've seen the very last one, Michael Myers one, what was it, Halloween Ends? I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a point at the end where Laurie Strode is on the typewriter. And if you look at the screen and what she writes on the screen, that is probably going to be a teaser for a possible another one at some point. Because what she writes on that typewriter and what you see, or is it a laptop or something, I can't remember, but what you see on there is a possible teaser for another film further down the line in the future sometime, I think. And also there's something on the coffee table, if you look closely as well. It's only there for a second, and then the scene changes. So there's little hints at the end of the film that point to something maybe later down the line. And if they do, that'll be cool. As long as they don't go stupid with it like they did with Jason X up on a freaking space station, and yeah, he becomes like half cyborg and half bloody Jason, and it's just stupid. Absolutely stupid. Natalie Roby, and get your nut shots at the ring. Oh, Sniper Elite. Rain, sleet or shine. Indeed, people don't care. English people don't care. They go out, they'll go out in whatever weather. If they need something or they want to get out, they'll go out. They're used to it, you see. Nobody cares anymore. Renee, you know me, I'm a great shot at the nut shots. Wondered why we haven't seen Trevor for a while. Natalie, are you? Go test your knit. Oh, nut. He's put knit shots. Is Marvel Rivals with me then? Nut. You want me to get that game? Same with COD 6. Natalie, that game's free, isn't it? Marvel Rivals. You can just pick it up free and play it now, can't you? Yeah, see? Renee said it. Marvel Rivals is free. On the MS Store, it's free as well. Natalie, what are you laughing at? Yeah, I heard about games shutting down. We used to have two, didn't we? If you remember, there used to be one at the top end of the high street. That closed way before the other game. No, the other game's still there, sorry. What I meant to say was that closed way before the other game remained. And then that game has been there for quite a while. But to be honest, they're not doing themselves any favours. I mean, they're not selling much and everything else. And I think with their prices, with brand new games and everything, and sometimes they're not doing certain games on release that only come digital on the store, and you can't get them in game. I don't think they do much in the way of pre-orders and stuff anymore. With CEX being around, and Basio at the top end of the high street as well, where everything's so much cheaper. People are picking up the cheaper games than they are paying full price for them inside in game. So I can sort of see why that's happening, because Game are not doing very well. They haven't been doing well for the last few years. The last thing I heard was that they went into administration. So I wouldn't be surprised now full closure's imminent. It's like meat in the supermarket. If you go to a butcher, you can get it fresh. You pay a little bit more for the quality. But people go to the supermarkets to buy the cuts of meat, and then the butchers, and don't make the money and the profit, so they lose out. This is why we've lost two where I am already. We had one over the road that closed down. They built a brand new one on the opposite side, and people still went to the supermarket to buy cuts of meat, ignored the butchers. The butchers didn't survive, and that's gone as well. So now it's a vape shop. So there you go. If people aren't prepared to pay the price and get it a little bit cheaper somewhere else, then other businesses are going to suffer, aren't they? That's the problem you got nowadays. And of course, with the cost of living and everything else, not everybody can afford the prices. So you got to take that into consideration as well. COD 2, yes. Well, since I'm open to play with you and everyone again anyway, that sounds a little bit dodgy, a little bit naughty at the same time, Natalie, what you wrote there. Well, I'm open to play with you and everyone again anyway. It just sounds naughty. It was like I was watching a live stream from the Apex Hound the other day as well. He was playing PGA 2K25, and he was playing one tournament, stroke play I think it was, against somebody, and Respawn 2, another channel that he plays with online as well, was waiting to jump in, and he come out with this comment saying, I'm going to finish off two people in the same day. So, of course, everybody cottoned on to it and made a joke of it. And I typed in, he didn't just say he's going to finish off two people in the same day, did he? And, of course, it all went from there. And, yeah, it's a right laugh. But if you look at the way people write things, you know what it means, but you can easily look at it in a different context. I mean, if, Natalie's put in there, I'm open to play with you and everyone else. I mean, that can mean several different things, but we know what it means, that we're just having a little bit of banter here. Naughty or not, it's each person's opinion and thought, bruh. Bruh. No, it's just the way you look at it, Renee. You can make a joke out of something you see, as long as it's not offensive or anything like that, it's all good. Jay, bruh. You sound like Jay Uso. Jay Uso don't say bruh. I've never heard him say that, I don't think. I watched SmackDown, by the way, Jay. It was alright. It wasn't great. Nothing to write home about. If my jokes are not funny, I'll stop saying them right away. Well, you want to see me sometimes. I mean, I have a sense of humour. I'm sure everybody else has their own sense of humour, and everybody's, style is different. But for some reason, it always seems that when I do it, someone takes it the wrong way, and it's, not offensive, but people don't understand the joke I'm making, and it comes across different to some other people. So sometimes I have to sort of like say, no, I'm not going to make a joke. But if I've got like my dad and my uncles around me, like one of my uncles will understand the joke. My dad will find it funny, and then my other uncle will be a bit like, yeah, all right then. Or it'll be all right for everybody to accept. But you get certain people that don't understand your style of humour, and then it's like, well, it's not funny what you just said. It's like, well, okay, whatever. If you don't like it, it's your problem, not mine. But nothing offensive was said, so you can't really have an opinion on it. You can say you don't like it or you're offended by it. That's fine. But if I tell it and I say somebody else told it and I'm telling you, if you haven't heard it, it's a completely different thing. But if I make up my own joke or have a laugh, and yeah, it's not good. So most of the time you have to just think, is it worth telling it or is it worth saying it? Because how's it gonna go down, It's like I'll give you a couple of examples, right, of two different scenarios. And obviously I know things that Jay's told me, and some things, I won't mention on chat or anything because they're private. But there was one time that he phoned me up, and this is how people can misread a comment or a remark or a compliment and process it in a whole different way, twist it into their own narrative and make it out to be your fault. Now, there was one time when Jay had just finished work and he phoned me up and he said, you won't believe what's happened today. So I said, what's happened? They said, well, he said, the other day we were told that we could come into work with whatever clothes we wanted to wear because we haven't got to wear a uniform. The authorities, the higher ups and everything, have said they can come in their street clothes if they wish to and everything else and do a day of work because the weather's really hot. So everybody came in. Jay came in and there was a girl there in a summer dress, and all Jay said was, I like your dress, it looks really nice. And to his face, she was like, oh, thank you, that's very nice. And then, behind his back, she went off to the management and told him that he'd made inappropriate comments and she didn't like the way that he'd spoken to her and everything else. Long story short, he got called into the manager's office. Nothing happened because they knew what the woman was like. So they just told him, get on with your job for the rest of the day. Ignore her, don't talk to her or anything, and we'll deal with it because we already have an idea of what she's like. So that's one thing where women process what you say, some women, in a different way. Could take it completely differently, twist it into their own narrative and make it into something that you never said in the first place. So unnecessarily, she could have got him into more trouble if they'd have taken it seriously, which they didn't because they knew it wasn't true, because of her nature and the way she'd been in the past before. So they already knew that they didn't have to take any action. But you see how things like that can happen? And that was only being complimentary about what she was wearing to work that day. It's ridiculous. And the other one was when I had a family do, my auntie, this is what pissed me off. And this is why I don't have anything to do with them on that part. My auntie was ill, mum's sister. She had cancer. She's been gone now for nearly 20 years, I think. She got told by the doctors when she went for an assessment that they couldn't do anything for her as well, just like I had with our friend from work. She ended up bedbound and she had to have nurses come in. They'd pull the curtains round, they'd wash her, dress her, and everything else, open the curtains up again. And my uncle was on hand to do all the shopping, all the food, and look after her until the time came. And we had a big do round at his place one day, and he was just off the seafront in a nice little flat. And the nurses came in to, sort my auntie out and everything else. And when they pulled the curtains back round and everything, she was interacting with all of us from the bed and everything else. There was me, my cousin, my other cousins, their kids, my uncle, my auntie, my mum, my dad, loads of us. And my cousin's husband at the time, Jason, he made a joke with my other cousin about a holiday, and she said, "Oh, I haven't had it off in ages." So he jokingly said, "Well, you want to get yourself out there, love. Put yourself out there a bit. Start meeting some guys and this and that." And she laughed, and I said, "Well, that amount of time's not too bad." I said, "It's been like way longer for me." And she turned around and she's like, my cousin, she just jumped up in the air. You can shut up. You need to go and get a job. You need to do this. You need to start doing this and doing that. And made a whole spectacle in front of the whole family, everything. Telling me what I need to do, where I need to be, where I need to go, how I need to act. She read me the whole bloody riot act. So I just looked up and I went, wow, okay, where did that come from? So I went away, and my uncle, my other uncle, pulled me to one side because my cousin's mum and dad just sat back and watched and didn't say a word. And my other uncle came over and said, "Don't worry, I've noted it. I'm going to go over there and have a word with him in a minute and tell him that that's inappropriate in front of my wife." And my other uncle's sister and everything else. He said it's not right at a family gathering that people have to witness this. So that's how people can be in terms of me, having a simple little bit of banter with everybody and I'm the one who's done wrong. So there you go. So what can you do? Carry on, and then people get upset, or say nothing and just let everybody carry on as they are, you know? Anyway, don't worry about it. I don't worry about it anymore. It's in the past. I don't bother with her. If she has anything on like she did Saturday, she had her first son's birthday, and they did a barbecue and everything, and I didn't see my name on the invite, so Mum and Dad went and I stayed at home. I said I'm not going, and then she's getting married this September, so I won't be at the wedding either. So yeah, my days of associating with parts of the family are well and truly done and dusted. The other ones I've got time for, because they're not offensive or everything. They're pretty laid back, and you can have a good conversation, talk about anything with them, and they'll give you good advice and everything. But the other side, when they want to be, they can be, nice people. When it comes to the other time, they can be shits, which is what some people are like, unfortunately. Right, where were we? After my little yapping session. People are just lazy, understanding me overall since I am disabled. Weird autistic person, but my sense of humour is one of my positive. Yeah, you see, where do you draw the line? I mean, do you want to go to family gatherings, go out with friends and everything to have fun? You know, have a laugh, tell jokes, have a drink, have a good time and then go home? Or do you want to sit there with your mouth shut, looking at everybody talking, moving your head left and right like this, looking around the table like you're watching a tennis match at Wimbledon, and then say nothing all night in case you might offend somebody that's actually, out on the night with you? I mean, where do you go from there? It's just, you just can't. I just come out with it. If it offends somebody, then tough. I mean, I'm there to have a laugh. I'm not there to sit there watching everyone, shutting my mouth and letting all them have a conversation. If that was the case, I'd just go, right, I've had enough now. I've finished my drink. I've got to get home. I've got an early start tomorrow. Even though I haven't, I'll just be done with it and I'll go home. Pointless being out if you're not going to have fun, have a laugh, tell jokes and stuff. Sort of the object of it makes everyone's night better, having a good laugh and a drink and stuff. Can't just sit there with your mouth shut staring at a bloody wall, can you? Each individual person understands jokes differently, so yeah, you see, that's the thing. Some people take them as a giggle, and then some people get offended by what you say, even if it's not a joke of yours, if it's somebody else's. I still think you shouldn't have said that. Fuck off. Yeah. Yay! That's what you want. 4 letters, 1 word, aha, yeet. Now hit my music. Ooh, so. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yahoo! Down since day one, baby. Day one-ish. So, what does everyone think? Some of you might not be wrestling fans or anything like that, but we've got Saturday night's main event coming up, and what does everyone think about Gunther versus Goldberg? It's Goldberg's retirement match. After this, he won't be wrestling anymore. He's retiring. So, then does Gunther retain, or does Goldberg win the World Heavyweight Championship? Let me know what your opinions are. So what's everyone doing tonight after the stream? I think when we end, probably in the next 15 minutes, Bristol Paranormal, I forgot the name for a minute. are going live. I messaged them this morning because lately they've been doing live streams on a Sunday, and I messaged them to see if they were doing Sundays instead of Mondays now, and they said, let me get my messages. Got a reminder. Yeah, I knew I was going live, Natalie. I was just in the kitchen doing some washing up and things because I just had dinner. Sammy live as well. Yeah, they sent me a where was it? Oh, I put, hey Sean, have you changed your live to Sunday nights now instead of Mondays? No, he replied, it's Monday 8:30. Besides tonight, as our roast on the tit is up at 6:10. So they did a roast earlier on Really Haunted Lee. So this will be, I think, the third roast that they're doing. I'm a little bit skeptical about their upcoming roast because of the situation. Now, if it was me, I wouldn't do it. But Bristol Paranormal are going to be doing a roast soon on A1 Solutions. Now, yeah, I think, in my personal opinion, this is the wrong time to do it. I think they should do it after everything's all cleared up, because at the moment, with the current situation with Jay Cart's Arts, Andrew Stonerock, and everything else, with what's happened and what's happened now, Andrew Stonerock has had identity fraud done upon him. Someone sending him messages in his name, trying to make out that they're him. Jay Carts has just found some death threats for Brooklyn, which is the girl they didn't give the real name for, that's been mentioned in some of the videos, who got doxxed, and now everybody knows who she is. She was meant to be kept out of it, at the time that all this was going on and all the other stuff. And now they got the investigation from the police going on, and all the evidence has been given to them, and they're making a case. And it looks like, with the ongoing situation, A1 is facing a lot of criminal charges, which could lead to imprisonment, and maybe he'll get sued as well for all the other stuff that he's been doing to people and this, that, and the other. And there's another person behind it all as well that's been coordinating all this with him. And I personally think, this is nothing against Bristol. I mean, if they want to do it, it's their channel. They can do what they like on their channel with it. But if it was me, I would hold back until this whole situation has blown over and then do it afterwards. I mean, Jay Carts and Andrew Stonerock and everybody else has said, don't go leaving comments, don't go over leaving hate, don't put anything on the channel, let this all be sorted out gradually. And they can't stress this enough. And this is not me going off at Bristol. My personal opinion is that I would personally do it, if I was going to do it, after this situation has ended and it's done. But to do it right in the middle of everything that's going on now with, as I said, Andrew Stonerock, Jay Carts, the investigation, the police, and everything else that's happening, I think this is the wrong time to get involved with doing a roast. That's just my personal opinion, but if Bristol want to go ahead and do it, as I said, they can do what they like on their channel. They're the owners. They're the people who run it. I just hope that, nothing comes back from it after they've done it. I mean, the other ones are fine. Really Haunted, and I can't remember who the others are. Smug Puppy and a couple others I think they've done. But for me, I wouldn't even think myself about doing that at the moment, considering the current circumstances. Right, we've got 10 minutes left. It's 8:20. Let me know what you want to talk about in the comments, in the chat. We'll give it 10 minutes till 8:30, and then I'll make way for Bristol Paranormal Hunters to. I don't even know if besides. What does it mean by besides tonight? Does that mean they're not doing a live? Oh, I can't even remember. Let me find out. It may not be because. Oh, they're live now. Okay. Right, yeah, they're live now. So they are doing a live tonight. I thought when they said besides tonight, they weren't going to do one. That sort of confused me a little bit. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to go and get a drink. Then I'll come back. I just need to get some water or something. Leave a message in the chat. Let me know what you want to talk about for another few minutes before we finish, and then I'll end the stream around about 8:30 or just after. Give me 2 seconds and I will be right back. That's the best I could do. Please help me. That's all I can do. It's a ridiculous business deal, Mr. Gusman. What kind of a business deal is that? She told me that I made payments to the car. I told her my credit was bad. She said, if you make a payment to me in a few months, she said, I will go with you and I will make sure that the car is put in your name and that will prove that you have been made payments. So I basically worked with staff. You know, I met her in early October. I was walking down the street. She asked me if I wanted to ride to the bus stop. I said, that'd be great. She introduced herself to me. She said that she was one of the tenants that lived in this apartment complex across the street from me. All right, I am back. 4 people still in. We've got Renee, Jay, Natalie, and the 4th one must be me, your host. Apple and blackberry squash. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I may have some good news for you all. I've been looking into the problems for streaming live. I had a few issues with OBS and I stopped using it for a while. I uninstalled it and put it back on, and it seems to be working okay now. And the other day, I had one issue which is gone now, but I had no way of setting up a broadcast to live stream the Xbox because I wanted to find out if I could actually do it now. And it worked, but then I had an error message saying, check your network connection or connection to channel. Now, thanks to Natalie, she got in touch with Centre Strain 01 and he messaged back and said maybe I was using the wrong encoder or perhaps I'm not connected to my YouTube channel. So I went back and went into the settings on OBS on stream, disconnected my account and reconnected my account again, signed back in, and everything seems to be working fine now. I've got no error message when I go to set up a broadcast, nothing. So I'm going to test it out and see if it works. And if it does, at some point, or maybe if it works fine and I've got no issues with lag or anything with the frames and, you know, the way that the stream runs, I may, on the Monday, which is the 22nd of September, because my anniversary for 10 years is on the 21st, which is a Sunday, I may change the stream. Well, Monday Night Live chat, it will still be the same. But I might stream some Guitar Hero or something like that. Play some music and then sit down and have a chat with you all. I'll be having a few drinks and things like that as well, and we'll make a night of streaming and see if it goes all right. Right, we've got 5 minutes left. If anybody's still there, because I haven't seen any messages in the chat since Jay messaged, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're still there. Says we got only 2 in the chat now. Put a thumbs up in the chat so I know who's still here. If not, there might be an issue with YouTube or something stopping the messages coming. Because I don't know what's happened here. For the last few minutes, I've been to the kitchen and back. And then before I left, the last message there was Jay. That's weird. Jay's channel's got no content on it. He had loads of content on there before. Unless that's a new one. That's weird. Well, I don't know what's happened here. I mean, has YouTube gone on the blink or something? Because this has suddenly gone really, really weird. I'm not getting any messages. I'm not getting any chat. And it says there's 2 people left. What's my I haven't done anything. Settings haven't changed. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know what's going on at the moment with this, but it's coming up 8:30 on the live now on YouTube. So if you want to head over there, go over, say hello, show them some love, have a chat, interact, and all that good stuff. Thanks to Jay. I'm going to end it here because I don't know what's happening. The chat's not moving. Nothing's happening. And it looks like I'm sitting here talking to myself. So thanks to Jay, Asgar, Renee, Natalie, anyone else lurking in the background, anyone else I haven't mentioned. Thanks for coming in, supporting the channel once again. I'll see you next week. Same time, same place, and we'll do it all over again. And have a great evening. I'll see you on Bristol's Live if you go over there. If not, I'll see most of you on Strain's stream tomorrow for Mass Effect. We're back to Mass Effect now for a while, now that Death Stranding 2 is finished. Not fully finished, but in terms of the story in the game, finished. But to get the platinum, there's still work that Strain needs to do. So anyway, have a good evening and bye for now.